Hi Mark, I'm just going to take a quick minute here and make you a video of your Memorymoog. I know I've posted a lot of pictures and things to you, but I just want to take a quick minute and let you actually see this thing and hear it and kind of see the progress we've made on it so far here. So basically I went through all the boards, recapped them, and for anybody else that's watching this video, I know this is the first video on this Memorymoog. Mainly just because I've been so busy I hadn't had time to really make some videos. I've had this going on, Opus 3 going on, a few other projects around here. So basically what I did with this one is this is actually a different chassis from what this unit had when I got it in. I did a chassis swap. Basically what happened is his got damaged in shipping, and it was really warped. The undercarriage was warped. It was actually bent up. The side chicks of the chassis got shoved in, and it warped everything up, and it was very ugly. Luckily it didn't hurt any of the circuit boards, so we were good there, but it was just an ugly thing. And I had the spare supply, the spare chassis, which was part of Alan Gary Campbell's stuff, and so I really hated to see it setting in parts because it's a parts unit, and I would just rob stuff out of it as I needed it. But I really am happy to see this one being used as a synth again, not a parts unit. So as you can see, it's all clean. I got to do some detailing to it, but that'll happen once everything's put back together and I consider it done. But anyways, I'll just kind of give you a walkthrough here. The only thing I'm still waiting on, Mark, and it's my fault because I ordered all the caps and I forgot one value that I was specifically going to order, and I don't know how I missed it, but I did. I'm waiting on the 470 microfarad 35 volt caps. I usually have them stocked, but I ran out on my last rebuild, and I don't know what happened there, but I got those on their way. That should be here next week, hopefully. But while I'm here at this power supply, I'll point out something for anybody else watching this video, and I've talked about this before, but it's kind of one of my pet peeves, and it's always kind of a sickening thing to see whenever I get a synth in. And that is that somebody has replaced the shunt resistor with a wire wound ceramic resistor, which that's not really a big deal unless you have a problem, but usually the reason these blow out is because of a problem. So if this thing opened up, that means that something shorted out and it was probably pulling more current. And basically a shunt resistor in this case, on this power supply here, it basically works like a fuse. Just think of it like a really slow blow fuse. It doesn't blow out immediately. It gives it time, and it just builds up with heat and it just burns open. That's really what happens. Same method as a fuse, but in this case they're just using a resistor. And basically a wire wound ceramic coated resistor will never blow out. And basically it'll just sit there, and if it's got a short, it's just going to sit there and get hotter and hotter until something else gives, which would be like a regulator. And if the regulator opens up and just lets the non-regulated voltage come through, then you're talking about damage to your boards. So always, if you got a Memorymoog or a Polymoog, because I use the same supply, make sure you don't see these guys for your shunt resistors, because that's a bad thing to have. And this one's going to be rebuilt, and I'm going to put the right kind of part in there. So that's just something I'm not happy with there at all. But what a shunt should look like, it should look like this right here. That's what a shunt resistor should look like. It's usually a color banded, or if it's you can get modern styles, which I like to use metal film resistors, because they do open up a little faster than these. So if you do have a problem, it's not going to just sit there and burn open. It's not going to sit there and just burn. It'll actually open up and they'll smoke. And I like to use those because they do smoke, which is kind of nice. It lets you know you got a problem rather than just trying to keep to run it, So it's kind of a nice thing. But basically that's the power supply I still like on that. I've done a pre-calibration on your boards just to kind of see how it's going to do, and then once we go through burn-in, which will be after I rebuild the supply, then I'll actually do a final calibration, make sure everything's right on the dot. But for now, I'll show you. I did get all 6 voices calibrating, so you don't have any other issues. It was actually just your voices were out, because when I got this in, guys, basically it said 0 tuned when I hit auto tune, and it was just because all the voices were so far out of tune, it couldn't calibrate them, because they have to be within a certain range for the computer to be able to see them. Basically, is what happens. So I'll show you here. It already says 6 tuned on here, but I'll hit the button and just show you again. Takes a quick minute here. Everything will go blank, as you can see. That's normal. And then it'll come up and it'll say 6 tuned. And there you go. It says 6 tuned. And as you can hear, all 6 voices are working. I'll just play a little note for you here. So as you can hear, it is all working. All 6 voices are working. Of course, I'm only playing it one-handed, so it's not as good if I was playing it double-handed. But you do have a few little things I got to look at. I rebuilt the keyboard. I took all the keys and cleaned them, and cleaned the key contacts. But I got to do a little alignment to your keyboard, to your key contacts, because you got a few notes like this one right here that works, but I have to kind of push down. Let me hit this. There we go. So it's got just a few little things there. I got just minor things that I just got to do some adjustments to, really, is all that is. Yeah, I just want to take a quick minute here and just kind of give you an idea and show you an actual, real-time video rather than just send pictures and stuff. I know that's great, but sometimes it's nice to hear the actual work. But anyways, Mark, I do appreciate you letting me work on your Memorymoog, and once I get it all shut up, I'll probably make another final video just to kind of show you that everything is actually working. Yeah, once again, appreciate you letting me work on your Memorymoog, and for everybody else watching this video, appreciate you watching, and take care.